glance rear part center. Y'all got your ears on? I want to talk to y'all about tariffs. Tariffs on foreign products are good for America. That means that the guy that I voted for and helped put in that office is doing what he promised me he would do. Every time you increase the price of foreign-made goods, it's an incentive for these companies to buy the American alternatives. There's a company around here. They make lower control arms and some other parts for GM. Most of the metal they use is produced in China or Japan. So they take foreign metal and they stamp it, and so they significantly change it. So then that foreign metal becomes a made in USA product, even though it's foreign sourced metal. Then why can't they use the metal that's made 50 miles from them at AK Steel? Huh? What's wrong with this American metal? They're going to say money. Okay. That same lower control arm, they use one bushing from China that has a steel shell and another bushing from Japan that has an aluminum shell. Are you telling me that Americans can't make those bushing shells, put the rubber in them and the metal insert, and send them to this place? They're shipping the stuff from China and Japan to assemble a part in Ohio. Then the ball joint. The ball joint comes from South Korea. South Korea. It's made of steel. You're telling me that they can't make ball joints here in America? The same place does parts for Honda, and every fastener for Honda comes from Mexico, Canada, or Japan, not the USA. They take parts and they stamp them out of Japanese metal, and then they call that a made in USA part because they significantly changed it. They use some cruddy paint that falls off, and I don't know where the paint comes from because I've never in their paint line, but it probably comes from Japan. And they do one or two other things to it and install some parts that are made in Japan and China. Yeah, you heard me. Here in Ohio. Why can't we make all those parts here? It doesn't have to be made in Ohio, but why can't we make it here in America? You're telling me it's cheaper to make it over there, stick it on a boat, and send it over here than it is to pay somebody here in America to make it. Well, when that's the case, that's why we need tariffs, and that's why we need the president that I elected. And if you don't like it, I don't care. Making things in America is good for America. It puts money in American wallets. Americans that have money buy things. They spend things. They spend money on things that I have. It's good for me. It makes my wallet fat without having to slave away in a place where the only people treated good are the Japanese when they come over from Honda to inspect things, or the one or two people from GM that come through. I'll tell you what, that place, I was never so happy to walk out of a place on the last day of my life, folks. But, yeah, there's no sense in making your fasteners in Mexico and bringing them up to America to assemble a part, when you can make them here in America of American metal for just a little bit more and put 20 to 50 more Americans in jobs. Yeah, we went so long without good jobs here in this country that you're either well off or you're struggling. And the people that are struggling, your blue collar folks, it's like a lot of people are just treading water, just keeping their heads above water. And they've learned how to survive at this level. And they've adjusted to it. And they've learned how to live like this when they shouldn't have to. I make less per year than I did in the year 2000. This is 2018. I should be making, at least 15% more per year. I shouldn't be going backwards by a significant margin. 2000, I had so much work I could choose from. I could have went to 50 different jobs and just walked out of one, called somebody up, had a job the next day. These days, you got 10 people for every job, and 10 candidates at least, to where you have to go and you have to compete for a job and prove that you have more skills than the next guy. And that sounds all fine and dandy, but that's not. I had some people that are in jobs. They keep these. I don't know what the euphemism is, but they keep some people that have no business doing that job, and that person will make it so other people don't want to stay because other people that operate things better than them make them nervous. And when you know how to do things better than them, that always makes them nervous. So they always make it so you want to leave. And I had that happen, and so I went and I got me a better job at someplace else doing something more my speed. I'll post some videos on that after things start getting set and things are working out. Don't want to talk too much about it just yet. That's all for now, folks. Remember, buy American. And if you can't, buy something made in America as much as possible. But don't buy a Honda, because it's better your sister in a brothel than your brother in or on a Honda.